Today we are going to cheat at Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to do that by loading our die. The best part about playing RPGs is attempting to do something, then rolling dice to decide your fate. If you think that that's fun, you're wrong. Actually, it is a game, and it's a game I intend to win. I don't care at what cost. So I have created this. A die that shall give me the edge over any dungeon master. May they tremble beneath my prowess as I roll 20 after 20. There's nothing they could do to stop me. Let's see how I did it. So the first thing I tried was I printed out this 3D printed D20 and I put a big hole in it so I could glue in some fishing weights. I figured this would be a pretty good place to start. It is a little extreme, but let's just see if it's possible to load a D20. And it definitely is. Yep, it worked really well. I actually ended up rolling this 100 times to see what the results would be. And as you can see here, we rolled a 20, 26 out of 100 times. And interestingly, an 8, 27 out of 100 times. And as you can guess, when you look at a die, right next to the 20 is the 8. And the next two most common numbers, the 14 and the 2, are also right next to the 20. So the weight is definitely affecting the die roll. It is definitely rolling with a bias towards that side of the die, basically 75% of the time. There's one huge flaw with this die, and that is it rolls really weird. It wants to skip around, it will stop, and then flip to the 20 up. Anybody giving this even just the slightest look or feeling it will be able to tell that it is a loaded die, that there's something wrong with this. And the biggest and most important part about cheating is not getting caught. So we need to do something a little different. So I designed this die, which doesn't have any weights in the bottom, but the top half of it is actually hollow inside. The bottom half is filled with resin. Now this doesn't feel weird at all. It feels pretty normal. It doesn't roll any differently. But unfortunately, the weight differential, even though this is a very thin shell on the top, you can actually see through it if you get a light behind it. Even though that is a pretty substantial difference in weight, it isn't enough to make a noticeable difference. When I rolled this one, I rolled a 20 8 times out of 100, and 8 times out of 100 is a little bit more than you would expect. You would normally expect 5 out of 100, but it is certainly not like a crazy extreme amount where we can definitively say that it's making a big difference. Like in the past experiment where, almost a quarter of the time it's rolling a 20 and a quarter of the time it's rolling an 8. This one just doesn't cut it. So I kept working and I kept trying to figure out something that could bridge the gap between these two. What I came up with was this little 3D printed pedestal that I could mount a fishing weight onto. I could stick it into one of these cheap Amazon dice molds. And so this is just a test. I bought this stuff a while ago in hopes of making some dice resin videos, but I actually learned a better way of doing all this later on, and I'll show you that. But I'm just going to pour in a little bit of resin just so that the pedestal isn't sitting flat against the face of where the die is. And then I'll slide her in and get it pointed the right direction. And once this is in there, I can fill the rest up with the resin. All right, so the result is in, and That resin was absolute crap. I got a lot of bubbles. We're gonna fix that for the final, but this is the final prototype, and the results are pretty interesting here. I think we got it because this feels like a normal die. It doesn't feel weird. It doesn't seem to roll weird. And here is the actual chart. So on the far left side, you have the possible number that you could roll, and then on each other column, you have how many times that number was rolled. And so this final clear one, we rolled a 20 13 times. So that is a little bit more than 2.5 times the amount of 20s that you would normally expect to have over the course of 100. And it's about half of the original one with a huge weight, and it is a little bit, quite a bit more than the hollow one that didn't have a huge or as much of a weight differential. So I think this is falling right in that sweet spot of what we're looking for when it comes to cheating. It is just good enough to give us an edge, but not too good that people would suspect it. All right, so now what I've decided to do is I've taken actually the same resin I use in my printer, just clear 3D printer resin, and I've mixed mica powder in. And I did kind of the same process. So I poured a little bit in, and I put the pedestal with the weight on it, and then I put it in my UV cure and just cured it. And now I'm doing the same for every layer as I go up. So I'm just going to try to get a couple different colors in this die. And I'm making sure to kind of add a lot of mica powder to make it so that it's opaque and you can't see the weight inside. Yeah, so the best part of making dice is popping them out of this mold. And I'll tell you what, that UV resin for 3D printing works so well. I can just put in a layer, throw it in the UV cure it for a little bit. It does heat up. Be wary of that. But yeah, a lot less bubbles than any other sort of resin I use. There was a couple of bubbles on one side. I think I can get rid of that actually if I'm a little bit more patient. But this die looks great. And you totally can't tell that it's loaded. We are hugely successful. I can't wait to start using this die at my D&D game. Maybe I might give this to somebody who's having a rough day, who isn't really rolling well. I'm thinking about making one that's opposite, that always rolls ones, and making a whole set of dice for my DM, just as a thank you present. Just be like, here's this wonderful set of dice that I handcrafted for you. Please use them all the time. But yeah, this rolls a little bit better actually than the clear one does. And a part of that has to do with, I think the clear one, I really hate this this cheap resin. It takes like 24 hours to cure, and I think it actually flattened the die out. The UV resin is awesome. I'm only ever going to use this, and it's way cheaper than other resins too. So yeah, it looks great. It rolls great. We succeeded. We are going to cheat at some D&D. So if you're a fan of dice making and if you like this sort of thing, make sure you hit that like button. Sure you hit that subscribe button. And may all you dudes and dudettes and duderinos have a good day. And, I'll put a link to the little pedestal file that I used to do this. So you can make your own, just normal fishing weights I'm using. Have fun with that, but use your power responsibly, okay? See you guys.